Hey, awesome. This is gonna be a fun one. I'm really excited about this. I've been excited all morning. Um, okay, so I'm gonna quickly tag a number of people because I made a couple posts previously for the past 2 days, and they actually did really well. People really liked the posts. But I'm gonna go tag people in those posts in the live post now, so nobody misses what's going on. Ooh. Let's try again. No. The live stream hasn't connected yet. Let's hope it does. Oh boy. It's having some trouble. Okay, come on. Let me show you what I'm working on. And then we're going to do a quick intro, and then we're going to go off to the races. It should be a whole bunch of fun. LinkedIn's having trouble. Actually, let's just do it on the big part. I wonder if there's any issue over on Restream. It's been working fine. Now we are online. View event. I guess it's not up yet. Yeah, I guess it's not up yet. That's weird. LinkedIn's lagging. Let's hope that it actually pulls through, because a bunch of people wanted to see this. I hope I don't let anybody down. Oh. But for anybody just joining, today we are building an app in front of everybody, and I'm going to show you how app building actually works. Not from a coding perspective, not from okay, we're live on Twitch, awesome. Not from a development perspective, but from a an actual building app in about 5 minutes. Yeah, it's not loaded yet. That's so lame. I hope it does. I hope I actually end up going live on LinkedIn. That'd be really disappointing. It says connected. It says everything's fine. Hope nothing's weird. Did I forget to do something? Hope not. We might try again if we can't get it to go live right now. I know that's super annoying, but it might be necessary. While we're waiting for hopefully that to turn out. Yeah, so I'm going to do my little intro now. I'm Max, this is EntrepreNerd, and today we are building apps, right? We're going over 3 tools that I've used so far. There are plenty more to no-code build an application, right? A web app or a phone app. And there are a few different ways to do that. There are a lot of templates that you can work off of online, right? I've built a bunch of websites with a bunch of different tools, and it's actually really similar to that. There are some awesome tools out there that essentially just let you plug in data from an external source and collect data via a kind of application setup. And from what I've been able to tell, the only real difference between a basic app and a basic website is the app. In the app, you can control views, right? Depending on what that individual has signed up with, what they've submitted, what they've liked, what they haven't liked, things like that, right? So the interface changes with the user's actions. That's the only real difference I've been able to tell between a Webflow and a Bubble application, right? Because Webflow, you can build really, really awesome websites with really robust amounts of content that are organized in different ways. You can essentially do the same exact thing on Bubble, but you can change the interface based on what people submit, it seems like. So that's the only real significant difference, and I'm hoping that I'm right on that. There's probably a whole lot more. But yeah, we're not generating a post on LinkedIn. That is so weird. That's got me a little worried because I promised 20 people that I would be live on LinkedIn. I wonder what changed. It says we're live, right? Yeah, it says we're live. Man, that's really funky. Okay, we might have to bail and come back super quick. Oh, good news now. What's up, Chris? Hope you're doing well. I think there's an issue. You went live recently, right? With Restream, Chris. Was there any issues in terms of getting on? Because I'm having some problems. Okay, we might have to try one more time, and if not, I'll make a quick post. I'll tag everybody, we're going to have a slightly late start to this, so be patient. Just because there were like 20 people that wanted to join, and they're all on LinkedIn, and I want to make sure they don't miss out. But we will be building an app in literally 5 minutes in front of you. I have the whole prepared Google Sheet, and we're going to use Glide, and it's going to be hilarious. And you can actually download it. Okay, and it worked fine off of Restream, because my Restream isn't connecting to LinkedIn right now. Yeah, okay, all right, cool. I'll do that. I will do that right now. Let's go Restream. Can I do it while I'm live, or should I like stop the live and then hop back on? Let's just try dropping it. Offline, okay. And then back up. Thank you, Chris. I appreciate you. This should help me a bunch. All right, here, good. Sending data. You can do it. Okay. Okay. That's cool, so I can actually... Nothing to lose. All right, let's see. Let's see if this worked okay. I'm going to show you what I'm doing. Boom. Yeah, just turned it back. Yes. Hey, it worked. Thank God. You saved my life, Chris. Thank you. I appreciate you deeply. Beautiful. You're a goddess. Okay, cool. So let's quickly tag everybody, and then let's get on the road. This is going to be a really, really fun fucking episode. I'm so excited about this. So, tagging some people that wanted to see this at Joe Bailey. Let's go at Leon. It's a common glitch. Yeah, I didn't realize you could just fix it by resetting the thing. That's really great to know for me, because I was struggling a ton with that. And then what else we got? We have a bunch of people that are really interested in this, and I'm really, really glad. Condon. Oh, I misspelled that. Are there any, I've actually wanted to ask you, Chris, is there any like app that you have ever wanted to build, just in terms of like yourself for your own purposes, or just like as an adventure? I would love to hear some app ideas while we're doing this stream. Manicondon. Sundaram. Can I find you? Customer experience. I'm not finding Sundaram. Yeah, I can't find you, buddy. That is a shame. You want to build an app for Good News Now? You'll learn how to do that on this stream. I can guarantee you it shouldn't actually be that hard, because most of your stuff is just like content, right? You want to put content in like one accessible place for everybody, right? Like your own dedicated kind of TikTok, right? Your own dedicated app for Good News Now. That's my idea, at least. That's what I would assume you want to build. So play. Well, then here I am. I love it. Awesome, dude. Okay, let's see. So I can't find this fella, and I'm sad. Let's see if I can. I'm shook that I can't find him. Oh, no. There we go. Got him. Okay. Boom. And then who else do we need? There's a bunch of people. Got Sam Grayson. And Sam. No, totally fucking, I feel that. Yeah, community board and live and all that stuff. Yeah. Linktree is really annoying. I use Linktree personally, but it's super easy just to set up your own little application, and you can pop it on your Instagram bio, your TikTok bio. That's pretty cool. Yeah, that's nice. Instead of a Linktree, you build your own app. That's kind of cool. That's kind of fun. I like that. Sam Grayson. Sales tax. There we go. What else do we got? Jose. David Villa. Yes. And then we got Arslan. We got a few people joining. Give me a second. I'm tagging a bunch of people in the LinkedIn stream so they can all kind of come and see. But today should be really, really fun. This is actually an example of an actual app flow. You can kind of see. This is in Adalo. And the simple one that we're going to actually be building is with Glide because it's unbelievably easy. Just for no, do a link tree, promote accordingly. Yeah, no, totally. That's a smart news. That's a smart smart news. Smart move, Chris. That's really cool though. Arslan, SF. Let's see who we got. Hunter Owens. Right, Hunter Owens. Yes. Can make the live stream. No problem. I think that's everybody on this post. Yes, and then we have one more post with a couple more people. And then we are good to party. Linktree has some cool Twitch embedding too. Really? Linktree has Twitch embedding? Really? Ooh, I gotta check that out. Okay, yeah. That's gonna be happening really soon. For me, at least. RT Ram Shand. Boom. And then at Varun. Awesome. I think that's everybody. Yes. And then at Ben Connor. Okay, cool. Awesome. So that should be all the people I need to tag. Let's get heckin' started. And for those of you that didn't see it on LinkedIn, I wasn't able to do it. So let me do that really quick. So my name is Max. This is EntrepreNerd, episode I think 56 or something. We've been doing this for a while. I'm really excited about it. LinkedIn is now finally working. Sorry about that. And then today we are building apps and showing you how to build actual apps with your own URL that you can pop onto your phone. You can actually download to the Apple Store. There's a bunch of really, really crazy things about it, and I didn't think it was all that possible. I thought you had to program things from scratch and all of that jazz, but turns out you really don't. You can just program apps from your computer without knowing any code, all no code. You just have to learn a basic little interface. It's super flexible, super visual. It's awesome. And we're going to be going over 3 different tools. We're going to be going over something called Glide, which is super simple, super basic, but you can spin up things really, really quickly. And it's useful for a couple of different really interesting scenarios. 2, we're going to be using Adalo. Adalo is a much more visual programmer, so you actually see the the screens that you're using, and you see them all in front of you, and you see the flow really nicely, so it's much better for design. And then we're going to be using Bubble, which has a much more advanced functionality, and it kind of reminds me of Webflow for websites, actually, but it's specifically for apps. And there's a ton of advanced functionality you can plug into Bubble, and there's a ton of API calls that you can pull from a bunch of different things, but we're not going to be going too advanced. We're just going to be trying to actually build an app in front of you and discussing how you can build apps in other programs as well. But we're going to be building a crazy little app in Glide. It'll be hilarious. And we're probably going to do that, and I'm going to go over some app stuff generally first, but then we're actually going to go and try to build an app, and I'm going to set myself a timer because I said I could do it in 5 minutes, and Toast challenged me to do it in 5 minutes, and so I'm going to see if I can do it in actually 5 minutes. It should be a lot of fun. So that's the whole jazz. We're building apps today. It should be a whole ton of fun. I'm super pumped about it, but we should literally be able to build an app in under 5 minutes. So it should be cool. Should be really cool. And you'll be able to download it. You'll actually be able to go and download the app and put it on your phone. It won't be on the App Store because that's a whole big process. And I'll talk a little bit about that too. But yeah, it should be awesome. Hey, Kat. Here to watch this later. Peace and namaste to all. I appreciate you hopping on. I hope you send me any messages, drop any comments on the live stream later. I'll still get them and I'll be able to respond. So I'm looking forward to seeing what you ask, and I hope you enjoy the stream later. But cool. Awesome. Dope. Kara Hoy, I'll tag you later. Awesome. I hope this is helpful, everybody. I'm glad people are interested in this. All right. Cool. Let's get heckin' started. So, also, really quick, I'm sponsored by Restream. Restream is a great company. They've helped me a ton. I use them for every live streaming thing. I'm able to stream to a bunch of different places at once and view everything all at once as it's happening. So if you need to get started with Restream, hit me up. I have a nice little referral code. Would love to help you get set up. So, all right, cool. let's get started. So we got the logo up there. Awesome. Okay. So, how does this all work? What's going on? These are the three tools. This is Glide. This is Adalo. I've actually logged in. And then this is Bubble. And those are the three ones that I kind of want to go over today, right? We've tagged everybody. Everything's good there. I don't think I'm forgetting anything. Let's just get started. So, Glide is specifically for creating apps from a Google Sheet in 5 minutes. I want to show you a little example that I have on my phone if I can. Let's see. So, I don't know if you can see this. Kinda. If you can kind of see like right there, that little chicken logo. It's funny, it's blurring out the green ones because of the green screen. That's so fun. That's cool. But there's a little chicken logo, and I was actually able to put the app on my phone from Glide, right? And it's interesting how that kind of functions, but they don't, here, I'm going to show you actually an example of Glide, a little test thing that I did with Glide before we actually go and build it. Yeah. There we go. So this is an example, right? It actually functions. I can scroll through. It's all awesome. I have a chat here for chatting with people, and these are all golf scores that I actually just pulled from a website randomly and put into here. So you can now check out the live feeds of all this different stuff. I didn't customize it all too much, but all these different scores for people. For I think current golf competitions. It's pretty cool. You can scan with your camera to install it, and you can chat on the thing, and you can change the little logo, and it's super cute and adorable and wonderful. But I built all of this from a Google Sheet. Nothing else. It's super crazy. And so I have another Google Sheet here of all of my previous live streams with full replays and some highlights. And we're gonna see if we can actually make this into an app in 5 minutes. A little bit later though, once I go over how apps work. So, everybody knows what an app is, right? We all know what an app is. It's just something that you have on your phone, or something. There's also web apps, which are involved on websites. But you go, you click, you sign up, whatever it is. And I think the main, from trying to build apps and from experimenting with it, I think the main difference between an app and a website, right? Because look at my website. Let's look at my website. My website has an email sign up. It has different things that function differently if you click them, right? It has like different kind of little iterations. It has different sections. It has different pages. It has a live stream where there's a list of all my content, right? It has all these different elements to it, and they all function in different ways, and they all can function together, and they're all cohesive, right? And there's little links, and when you hover over them, they change, and you can embed videos and all this stuff, right? All this stuff that's typical of websites. And as I was experimenting with app builders like Adalo and Bubble, as you can kind of see here, this is one of the things that Bubble kind of pushes. This is their example app that they kind of push, right? Yes, close the assistant. This is the example app, right? It is essentially just, it looks like a website, right? So what's the difference? What's the huge difference between this and a website, right? From what I've been able to tell, the difference between an app and a website is the importance of logging in, right? So you log in, and the information changes. And I could have a login. I could set up a quick little login on a Webflow site, tying it to a payment site, and I could actually have a login and have it work with passwords and everything like that, right? Great. But I think the big piece of apps is that the elements change depending on what you do in the app, right? So they're individualized to the user. So a website can't really do that. A website could try to do that. There's probably some ways that you could sort of finagle it, but it's not going to function the same way an app does. And the way an app does is it changes. I'm going to repeat myself a bunch, but it changes depending on the individual, right? So depending on the data that you have put in, depending on the things that you have customized, depending on the listings that you check out, it seems to appear differently. The things that you look at appear differently. And so, okay, so the API key, and there's a bunch of other levels of embeds that you can use after that. Plus, you can get it on your phone as an individual app, and it can do a bunch of little things like send you notifications. That's really cool, which is really awesome. I would love to understand notifications, because then I could just ping people every time a thing is uploaded. That'd be really nice. But generally, that's what it seems like. It seems like a website-ish, right? It functions the same way. You can interact with it like any other page, but it changes depending on what you, as the user, input and what you do on the app. So, interesting. It also has some advanced functionality, like it can tie to different things. So when you hit a button, it jumps over to another little like website, or it jumps over to a different little app, and it changes what's going on. And there's a whole bunch of different little things beyond that, but like they're like a more advanced functionality than just a basic website. But actually, I think I'm glitching out a little bit on the bottom down here. But that's what I've been able to tell, right? And so Bubble, as you can see, very advanced. There's a whole bunch of different things that we can do. Images and graphic, data collection, buttons and actions, buttons trigger workflows. So Bubble seems big into workflows. Bubble seems big into creating actions that create actions, right? I can't create like necessarily a workflow in something like Adalo. I can, however, create one in something like Bubble. So it's interesting. And I can barely create actions in Glide, but I can create actions super easily in Adalo. Each of them seem to be good for different kinds of shit. It's really interesting. But yeah, I don't know. It is weird. They're all 3 different apps. They all have different functionalities. We're going to be trying to build something in all of them, but I will be doing Glide in under 5 minutes, hopefully, once a few more people join, because I want to show Toast while he's here. But yeah, cool. So, let me just go over how each of these kind of function. I want to show you, let's see, I'm going to log in. I'm going to see if I can, yeah, where's my other app? This is my first little app. This is the Glide test. Yeah, it's super cool. So let's go and edit the app. Let's see what that actually looks like. So, as you can kind of see, you can change stylization. You can add little features. There's little things you can do. You can add like limits. This is cool. Filters based on their properties. That's fun. But basically all it did, as you can kind of see, let me see if I can find the tabs. Yeah. So these are the hidden tabs, right? I was trying to create a Google Sheet that organized a bunch of different things for me, right? But there were like 5 different tabs, and I can just hide those tabs. And basically this and this are just different tabs in a Google Sheet, and it just pulled all the information in, and that is it, right? Also, all this information is live from a database online, which I think is really, really cool. I don't have to update anything. It's just all automatically updated for me. But yeah, it was so easy to set up. It's crazy. And I want to show everybody how that machine needs to be reloaded. Ooh. Let's actually reload. I wonder. Glide cannot sync with your Google Sheet. These columns are missing. Ooh. I think I moved the sheet around. Did I change the sheet? No, the sheet's still working fine. I guess I just have to resync and change things there. Also, am I missing anything over on LinkedIn? I want to make sure I'm not missing anybody over on LinkedIn. Nope, we're good. Cool. But yeah, I would literally just plug data in from a Google Sheet. It pulls it over automatically, which is awesome because you can actually like live upload information to a Google Sheet, and then it pops it all in. And I can actually go and I can change the Google Sheet. So there's a little checkbox back on the Google Sheet that functions like this. So if I select this and I change this, it changes a checkbox back on the Google Sheet. You can actually change information on the Google Sheet from the app. Super easy. But as you can kind of see, if you don't have Google Sheet or it doesn't kind of fit into this like limited setup, then you're kind of SOL, right? It doesn't have the functionality beyond that to really be super interesting. So, there are other templates, I believe. I'm actually curious if we can go and find other templates. So let's see. Community, pricing, solutions, remote work, pro apps. I'm curious. Are there other like templates that we can use? I'm really interested. Templates, here we go. I'm curious about this. Mobile restaurant, attendance tracker, simple store. That's awesome. So you can actually build a simple store on Glide. That's so cool. City guide. That's really fun. The one that I was really interested in is attendance tracker, right? Attendance tracker is fascinating to me because if you remember a while ago, we were doing a stream on, actually cool, podcast. Yeah, you can have your own podcast app. This is actually really cool for podcasts and stuff. Party invite, perfect. Having a party who says you can't have your own app for it. Copy our party invite template and request your guests. Share information, chat, and collect RSVPs. Perfect. So if you remember, we were talking about hosting a party, right? or like this wild, awesome, big thing. We were planning out all the costs and what that would actually kind of look like. And it was a ton of fun. We enjoyed it a lot. But like, what one of the big things that we wanted to do was like a party invite, like an app party invite, where you go, you click the app, you can chat with other people on the app, and you have a bunch of like suspicious, underground information to go and like actually be involved in this party. And you have to show the app. It has a little thing, like a little barcode that you have to show, like, oh, I have the app, check it out, before you're going to get into the party, right? And so it's like this private little exclusive thing, and it adds a whole level of like seriousness to it. But they actually have a template just for that. So that's super, super cool. I love that. COVID-19 tracking, that's awesome. Serotonin, unread books. I should create a template for this. This is so cool. Wedding, bike barrel, hive log. This is awesome. Sassy house plants. There's actually paid ones too. This is cool. Quiz time, daily quiz, coach. Ooh, basic store, expense tracker, recipe books, glidegram. No code template show good photos similar to social media. App comes with features like Instagram, image posting, user following, messaging, and more. Build your own image-based social network without code. So I can actually just buy a template and just upload things on a Google Sheet and have people enter things through like a Google form or something really simple, right? There's so much that you can do. Mood tracker, real estate 30 challenges. This is awesome. Zuber Eats, multiple restaurant, customer, and delivery driver sign-up template. The about section learn about key features. So somebody actually rebuilt Uber Eats in Glide. So, okay, fuck me. Like, this is way more advanced than I thought it was. Messenger. This is cool. So I can actually create my own messaging app. This is awesome. There's a whole bunch of stuff that's possible with this. This is cool as hell. This is super cool as hell. Remote coach. This is really, really cool. So there's a ton that I can do with this. Never mind this. So the advanced functionality isn't something that I can necessarily customize myself, but it is something that I can mess with and buy, right? What's up, Kevin? How's it going? It's good to see you on. I'm glad you got my message. Quick little side tangent. I built a super quick little thing with Kevin, because one of the first projects that we're going to tackle once we're done with No Code Month, because this is week 2, I think, of No Code Month. Once we're done with that, one of the first things that we're going to tackle is this. So I made a little website just like while I was waiting for somebody to finish showering. I made a little website that should work. Yeah. So Minecraft co-working, and this is just a this is just a little template to hold things over. It's just a placeholder photo. But you can get a Minecraft account, you can subscribe, and it actually pops up, subscribe for email updates. You can email me, and it actually sends to email. It's just a super, super basic little landing page created on Universe. It took me literally like minutes, and it just worked. Anyway, this isn't an app though. This is aside from everything else. But Minecraft co-working, that's going to be a little project that me and Kevin and everybody else try to spin out once No Code Month is done. So kind of funny. But anyway, so Glide is a ton of templates. I'm shook about that. We're probably going to be using the podcast template actually now that I think about it. So maybe we should just use that preview template. Yeah, that's really cool. All episodes. Yeah. Maybe preview template. Maybe, no, so actually this is just giving me the template. Copy template. Copying. Because I want to use this one. Okay, am I logged in? Did it actually log me in? Yes, it did. Okay, cool. So podcast, edit app, awesome. So we're going to be using this, and then we're going to connect it to the right Google Sheet. This is fun. Let's see. Tabs, I can change tabs. I can add a chat feature to there. Boom, no problem. And then I need to go and sync it with a certain sheet, and I need to figure out how to do that super quick. General, description. Yes, okay, data sources. Replace, and then I'll replace with mine. Cool, awesome. Dope. So we'll do that in a little bit, but not right now. So cool. This is super, super fun. But yeah, so this is just, you can build apps with Google Sheets. That's awesome. The second one that I want to talk about is Adalo, right? And I still haven't figured like how to fully like move throughout Adalo. It's weird because usually I would think like I right click, right? I right click and I move things around and all that kind of jazz, but it doesn't seem to be working yet. I'm sure there's a way to just like move through the interface really nicely, but right now I can only scroll up and down and scroll in and out on a few little things. But as you can kind of see, this is how it works. It's very visual based, right? Whereas this is simply just like a few pages all connected together. That's it, right? And it solves a few little key things. It has little tabs at the bottom. It functions in tabs at the bottom. You can put some information up. Great. So you can put like a series of recurring pieces of content up, and that's great. And you can have a little chat function, right? And you can actually sign in and add like your name and your email and everything like that, right? That's all good and fine. So that's how Glad works, and that's limited, but it works, right? It works really, really well for a few different little things, like listings of parties or events or podcasts or live streams in my case, right? In this case, this is much more visual. If you want people to have a really, really nice, comfortable, simple user experience, then we should use something like Adalo because it functions in more of a design perspective, right? You can add components. You can add just about anything that you possibly need. You can, when somebody clicks, let's say, let's actually zoom into here. I wish I could actually. Okay, cool. How about this? Yes. Okay, cool. So let's go and add a simple little thing. A navigation. No, not that. Buttons. Let's go add a button. So let's go add a button, right? I'm going to make this button long. I'm going to center it nice and easy. And then I'm going to have this button click, and I'm going to add an action, right? So I'm going to have it link to a website. I'm going to have it linked to a website. I'm going to have it linked to www.entreprenerd.blog, right? No problem. So now when somebody goes and clicks that button, it goes to an external link, right? And that was super all easy for me to do. I can set this up in a nice way. I can organize it with different buttons. I can copy paste things. I can make show and hide this button depending on different stuff. I have a little list here of users based on when you sign in. It auto-fills information based on the information that people sign in with or the information that they input. So that's what I mean about like the interface changes depending on what you input, right? Because I can have a little section that says, what is your pet, right? Give me the name of your pet, the breed of your pet. Is it a cat or a dog? Is it et cetera, et cetera? And then I can have this list auto-populate with everybody's pets, right? Or just pets that you sort by, right? Or just pets that are dogs, right? And I can sort and change that depending on what the user wants and what the user inputs. So I can tag information and connect information to specific individuals, right? Whereas with a website, if somebody submits a piece of information, it's shown to everybody, right? And you can kind of change things a little bit with some login forms and whatever, but usually it's just paywalls. But with this, I can change things based on what the user inputs. So, but it's very, very visual, right? It's all super easy for me to do, and I can add actions to different things, and those actions can double up. I can add more actions on notifications, trigger a notification for an individual, right? If they click the button, it sends them a notification, or it sends somebody else a notification, stuff like that, right? So, I was actually thinking about trying to rebuild the app Yo. You guys remember the app Yo? The app Yo. Yo. Yeah. This is what it was. It was just Yo. It was 6 years ago. I remember it was in high school. Created by Israel in 8 hours at the request of the CEO of Mobile. I started designing a simple single button app to send a notification to his assistant. That's really funny. It was launched on April Fool's Day, though initially rejected by Apple for being too simple. App was only shared by mobile employees to start. 20,000 people were using the app within the first month of release, and it was shown on the product hunt website and exploded in popularity. That's so fucking funny. It received $1 million in investment. That's hilarious. So Yo is the most unbelievably simple app. I could literally build this in probably 2 hours if I really tried, with something like Adalo, right? But basically what it is it's literally just you click a button and send somebody else a notification that says Yo, right? And that's it. That in something like Adalo or Bubble is stupidly easy. The only thing that I would have to figure out how to do is send notifications to another individual instead of the individual that's using, but that's not that hard because you could just tag. I would need to do a little bit more research into Adalo to figure out how it works, but once I figure out how that works, it would literally happen in, hey, what's up, Jose? Good to see you here. But I could literally do that in probably an hour or 2 hours, and that's crazy, right? Something that was unbelievably successful like Yo could be built in literally a few hours. And the guy that actually hand built it was just in 8 hours, right? It's super, super crazy simple. It's wild. But I could build that no problem, right? But anyway, Adalo is for visual, right? Adalo is for visual stuff. Just try to, yeah. So this is all very visual, right? I can see where people lead, where the flow happens, how people move throughout the app, and how they view it and how they enjoy it, right? And that's the important part. That seems like Adalo's focus, right? So cool, awesome. Bubble, on the other hand, is a bit more advanced. And Bubble is a pretty high, I was talking with some people on LinkedIn, it is a pretty big learning curve. It's a little weird, and so I'm probably going to start doing some tutorials in Bubble Academy to start learning like how it actually functions and everything like that. I was able to build like basic little things and experiment there, and they gave me a little template, and I was futzing around with that. But it's very based on actions, right? And tying actions to interactions within the app, which is important if you really want any advanced functionality at all. So if I wanted somebody to click a button and then that button to send them to a new page and send them an email and send me an email, and then when I get that email, tie it back to a CRM, like so now they're input into a lead gen form or something like that, right? Just some series of events that need to happen all at once. I could do that in Adalo, but I can't like conditionally flow events out in Adalo, it seems like. So if they clicked this and it works and they submitted this like piece of information, then it'll do this, right? So it's more conditional. It's a little bit more advanced. It's like the next level of kind of app building. I haven't dug into Bubble really that much, but it worked really well, right? It seems really nice. It just has a big learning curve. It's a little funky, but if you need to embed things, if you need to do a bunch of everything, I actually built a little EntrepreNerd app here, or actually embedded my Twitch stream, and that was really, really cool. It's just crazy. The amount of stuff you can do with it is nuts. So whole lot of fun, whole lot of fun. But those are the three little pieces, right? And so not too many people have joined yet. I think we're just slow today, which is fine. I am not worried. But why don't we just go ahead and build a little app? Why don't we just go ahead and build a little app in 5-ish minutes? I think it'll be really fun. Let's go. Let's just do it. Yeah, why not? So I'm going to go. Let's log in. I think I already have the template, the podcast. Yes. Open app. Let's edit app. And let's set a timer. 5 minutes. Perfect. So let's see if we can do it. Let's see if we can do it in 5 minutes. I'm going to go here. I'm using a template because I'm a cheater. Let's go to data. Let's change. Let's go to settings. Where is it? General. We're going to replace this. Edit. And now, no. So it's not. So let's replace. Yeah, here we go. So I'm going to go to nerd, right? I want this one. Select, because that has all my information on it. Remove features and replace. Glide cannot replace your Google Sheet. These columns are missing. Home episodes. To replace the spreadsheet, restore these columns or remove the features from your app that use them. So let's just do that. Let's just see if we can reset it. Remove features and sync. Come on, you can do it. Okay, cool. So now we just have chat. So now let's go back to tabs. Let's reload the sheet. Is it having some issues? Because I wanted to grab this, right? Oops. Let's go back to Glide, log in. I accidentally did that. But maybe we needed to reset. Let's go back to here, podcast. This app is open in another tab. Yes. So it's lagging a little bit. Maybe I gave it too much information all at once. Tabs. No, that's a new tab. Source. What was it? All past fits your website. Here we go. Check it out. I just added that, and then let's go and make that video. Let's see if we can find a little video. Yeah, there we go. So let's add. Maybe this. Yeah, because it's got a little person on the screen. It's got everything like that. Perfect. So that's new tab. I'm gonna name that new tab live streams. Boom. Live streams got a cute little thing. I'm gonna move chat over. So I'm going to move chat underneath it. So chat's over on the other side. And then boom, literally that's it. So let's see if we can, let's see if all the information is actually here. Full replay, boom. Oh my God, it's actually all just right there. Let's see if we can change the sort though. I wonder if we can change the sort. Oh, actually, I want to include the information too. So let's see if we can show some more information. Tabs. No. How about data? Data, highlights. The highlight doesn't start until later. The thumbnail is right here because I grabbed all the thumbnail information. I'm glad I grabbed the thumbnail information. Yeah, because I did, right? I totally grabbed all the thumbnail stuff. Yeah, the thumbnail. That's hilarious. It actually just totally worked. I didn't mean to do that. I didn't prepare it for this, but it ended up working really nicely. Okay, cool. So layout. Let's see if we can change. So we got the title. We got the summary. We got the thumbnail. Perfect. The caption should be episode number. Right? I think. Allow text wrapping. No problem. Yeah, I think that's all we want. Summary. No, we don't want the summary. Yeah, we just want the label, right? Boom. Very, very cool. This is awesome. Okay, cool. I think we literally just finished it. I think we literally just finished a basic app. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're done. So how long was that? That was exactly 4 minutes. Check that shit out. And I futzed around a little bit. So let's go and share this. Publish app. And we're done. Bada bing, bada boom. So let's go and check this. Frail distance. I wonder if I can name it a little something else. Boom. Yeah, podcast. Okay, let's go and actually change the name really, really quick. It functions, but let's go and change a little bit of the settings. Perfect. It's got a little podcast thing. Actually, no. Let's upload a different little thing. Desktop, nerd, media, images, logo, small. Let's try that. Boom. EntrepreNerd, general, name, EntrepreNerd. Description, a list of the awesome streams we've done on Entre. And then this is Max Muirhout. Boom. Cool. And then sign in. Yep. Sign in public with email, allowed email list. Very cool. Okay, cool. So yeah, it's public. I want to make it public, and then let's share that again, really, really quick. Let's change this to EntrepreNerd, copy, and then let's do it again. Boop. Yeah, no, that should be good. EntrepreNerd.glidapps.io. Let's see if it works. Easy. Frickin' easy. Check that out. So we're done. We built it in 4 or 5 minutes. I did a little bit of extra little tuning at the end. Cool. Super, super cool. So if you actually want to go and download that, you can use this little thing right up here. You can just do this, and it'll pop you right on, right? I'm actually going to do it right now, because why the hell not? So I'm going to go, and I'm going to grab that, open it in Safari. Boom. It's loading. And here it is. And then it prompts you. It's really, really cool. It prompts you. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, you can't really see that, can you? That's a shame. It prompts you to click. It opens it on Safari, of course, because I think that's the base open on Apple. And then from Apple, at least, you click the little up button, click it, and then click Add to Home Screen. It prompts you to do that. I'm going to add it, EntrepreNerd, and then boom, I actually have it right here on my actual phone. And it opens up just like a regular gosh damn app. So now literally all my live streams and all the links to watch them are right there. Super unbelievably easy. Pretty cool. Pretty goddamn cool in my opinion. We literally just built an app. And so think about that. Think about all the stuff that we can do with that, right? Because if we're having a party, right? The idea is like to host a party and have a bunch of fun with that. If we're hosting a party, also actually, I forgot. I was gonna put on some lo-fi hip hop relaxing beats. Lo-fi beats to relax / study to. Let's do that. Stop advertising to me, Squarespace. Okay, how loud is that? Pretty loud. Awesome. I'm glad you like it, Kevin, because this is like insane to me. So if you remember a while ago, I don't remember if you were there, Kevin. The basic idea for like building an app for, say, a party, right? What's up, Craftier? How's it going? Yeah, the beats to relax / study to. You gotta have it. You gotta always have it. I've been using Coda, but I'll give this a shot. Yeah, Coda is really, really cool. So I was just checking out Coda. Coda is essentially, Coda isn't really for building apps. It seems like Coda is for building workflows, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. I would love to debate on this, Kevin. But it's for building kind of workflows, right? So you click a button, you have a doc. It's document based, right? And you can share these documents with other people. It's for more like inner kind of situational workflow, and you can tag those like actions that you do in the doc to other things. So maybe if I make a correction on a doc, right? If I make a correction on a doc, it sends an information little blip over to Slack, right? And then people in Slack can confirm or deny that and blah, 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 right? And you it seems like you can just kind of create workflows, but I've also heard that you can create apps with it. And I need to experiment with that a little bit more. I saw somebody do like a meditation app with it. I don't know. I want to dig into Coda. It looks really, really cool, but I've only done a little bit of stuff there. What have you used it for, Kevin? I'm actually curious. I would love to send me links too. I would love to see some stuff. But yeah, so if you want to go and download this app, also the chat is right here. So if you want to, it's time to open an app. Oh, really? Interesting. I didn't realize the doc was designed to open into an app. Interesting. So you can actually share it as an app, kind of like I've done here with the EntrepreNerd show, right? You can actually share it as an app. Interesting. That's really, really cool. That's really cool. Okay. So yeah, in that case, I definitely have to experiment a little bit more with Coda, because if you can make it actually act like an app, it writes as an app, kind of like what you're saying. The workflows in there are super, super easy. You just click a button and it does a thing, right? And you can tag it to do a thing. You can tag it to change a doc. I am interested to see whether or not you can make it custom to the individual, right? Because with Adalo, right? If I log in, it's only going to show my information, right? Here, let me show you an example. I can actually, let's go into here. I'm going to add some custom information. Let's say this button, right? This button text will have the logged in user's username, right? So be cool, username, right? And it can actually customize that to the individual, right? And so if the individual comes here, it's always going to be their username, and it could go to, instead of an external link, it could go to their not their welcome page. We could create a new screen that is, let's see, create a new screen that has info. Let's see. Yeah. So user shareable. Kind of like a little link tree. I watched a tutorial on how to do this. Basically, you can build your own link tree. It's pretty cool. It doesn't have as convenient links as Linktree does, but the functionality is all the same. So info, great screen. And then it's going to, so user shareable, push, right? So now when you click on this, it goes to user shareable, push. And then we're going to have all the information here. Oh, come on. Oh, this is so difficult to navigate. It's so annoying. I'm going to have, let's see, what can I change here? I'm going to make this, I'm going to make the user shareable, change visibility. This whole card group will only be visible, sometimes visible, if the logged in user's full name is not equal to empty. So in that case, if the logged in user's username is not equal to empty, even if you share the web page that is linked to this specifically, like this specific page, so we'll go to preview. Let's go preview. I want to show you how it works. So we got to home, EntrepreNerd, we have that logged in. I can click this, and actually, I think it's supposed to favorite. I know I need to change that. Be cool, EntrepreNerd. Over to here, shows me all this information. Great. This will only be viewed, like this little thing up here will only be viewable if I am logged in, right? If I am not logged in, then it will not show anything, right? The app card here will not show anything. And I can also change this to do the same thing, right? So I can customize, depending on whether you are logged in or not, what you see, how you see it. You can sort information based on like what the individual wants. You can change it based on what they input, right? I think it's super cool. It's all about inputting information and showing that information in different ways, or using that information to show them different things. So it's super easy to use though, right? It's super, super crazy easy to use. And the nice thing about Adalo that I really like is it comes with the pre-built kind of app setup, right? So when you set up any page, when you set up any flow, when you set up anything, it always like looks nice. And you can change the colors and you can change a few different things, but it always looks like an app, right? So when I actually like put the app onto my phone or put the app on a web page, it looks like an actual fucking app. It's super interesting. And you can build different flows, custom to mobile, custom to other things. It's so awesome. And so in here, I could customize it with information that the user inputs, or if the user input this, I should display a different piece of information. But it's really, really cool. Hashtag no code. Hell yeah. But yeah, very visual, right? Very, very visual. I can see how everything is working in front of me, right? With Bubble, let me show you how Bubble kind of works. If I click this button, let's go to the workflow. So when button get started is clicked, what happens, right? Scroll to UI elements, it scrolls down, it scrolls to a certain page. I can click to add an action. It can navigate to, it can refresh the page. It can go to a different page. It can open an external website. It can like, I can create a flow of actions that are created from one click or one action, right? So that gets really interesting because I can send an email, I can check analytics, I can send a meeting request, I can install more email actions, and the nice thing is I can do like custom events with things like, what's up Shabam, how's it going? Good to see you here. I can write custom actions to kind of just connect to different things so people can pay, they can send an email, element actions could change, so the whole website could change based on, a pop-up could show, right? Which is actually really cool. I don't know how to do that in Webflow yet, but a pop-up is really, really nice. Which is actually, I might try to include that in some websites that I'm working with. But and then you can display a list. You can show or hide or change things for that individual user, right? For that individual user, not for everybody. They have to sign up, or they have to be, or they have to pay, right? You can force them to pay. You can do all this different stuff automatically within one flow from one button click, and it's really interesting. So you can't really do that too much in Adalo. You can't like conditionalize different steps, but you can do a whole lot. You can do almost everything. There's like an extra 5% of stuff that you can't really do in Adalo that you could definitely do in Bubble. But every app that I could possibly imagine, as long as you tie it back to like an external database, would work totally fine, right? It's crazy how much functionality there is here. It's so cool. So I'm really excited about it. I'm really pumped. We literally built an EntrepreNerd app in literal seconds, and that's awesome, and I'm super pumped about that. Look at this. It's all right here. And I should sort this the opposite way, right? So I should sort this. I should go here, and I should sort opposite by episode number, so it all kind of like looks nice, and the top episode, the most recent episode, is up top, right? You can scroll down. All the episodes are here. Ooh, hey, this is interesting. So we fucked up. There's some extra apps, extra stuff at the bottom. So we don't want that to be included there, right? And we would just go and change that in the Google Sheet. It's super easy. So I would just go and delete everything below, and it would just work fine. It's so cool. We have an app. If you want to download the app, you can do it right there. Or I can send you the link. Let me actually send you the link. Here is the link for the thing that we actually fucking built. I gotta tell you, I'm 100%, like a billion 100%, gonna host a crazy party with an app. The app is gonna be the invite. It has to be, and it's gonna be like this black dramatic thing. Let me see if we can go into here and just kind of brainstorm some weird ideas. I wonder. Logo design images. Illuminati. No, that's too dramatic. Dark eye logo design. I kind of just want like black backgrounds. Black backgrounds. Yeah, something like this, or something like this, but with a black background. I wish, or maybe just like a little kitty face. There's so much stuff that you could actually fucking do with this, and you could just make a little app where people can go in and they can chat, right? So let me say, tell us right before we continue. EntrepreNerd, right? Continue. Log in email address, email.com. Boom. Yay! You sent me a pin. What's the pin? Let me check on my phone. It's a little weird that I'm sure you can change. Follow to LinkedIn. I don't want that. I want updates. Yes. 21915. 21915. Sign in. Bada bing, bada boom. Allow. So now it'll actually send me notifications. Did that not work? EntrepreNerd. Boom. Howdy. I think it's so cool that you can just add a little chat app here. I think it's so fun. So this is the chat. Boom. Right there. And you can go and you can check it out. I built a really basic app, Shabam. It's super simple stuff. This kind of stuff is like, this doesn't have all the advanced functionality. You can build like apps here and with more advanced functionality, and that's really awesome. It's not some like crazy insane thing though. Like if I had to build like programming is never going to replace no code, right? Coding is never going to replace no code. The actual like validity of these apps and like all the basic kind of interfaces that they have, awesome. They work great. But if you want to build something more advanced that has like deeper functionality, you could try to tie it in with other things, but chances are if there's some really truly unique crazy thing that you're building with your app, there's no way that I can build that on no code, right? So you're always going to have the advantage, Shabam. But yes, building really basic apps on something like Adalo or Bubble or Glide, unbelievably easy. So I would highly recommend it. Yeah, we got the videos, the highlights, a quick guide to no code. That's so cool. It just pops over, and I can customize all this. I can change all of what's shown. Date of stream, it shows all the information. It shows a little thumbnail right here, no problem. And if I click this, it goes to YouTube. That's so fucking cool. Yeah. So boom, I have an app all about my live streams right here. Took me 4 minutes to make. Pretty fucking cool. For free too. For gosh dang diddly do free. Author, share, support, security. Cool. And yeah, share this app by scanning the code with your phone's camera, so I can actually share it within the app. That's so cool. Let me see if I can go find that. So I'm going to go and I'm going to open the app. Boom. Opening with Glide, made with Glide. And then I'm going to go up to the corner. Share. No, I'm going to go to the little logo. Boom. Check it out. So I can share this with other people if they want to see my live streams and stuff like that. And then if they sign in to chats on the chat thing, I got the howdy message. If they sign in to chat on the chat thing, I might get their email too. So kind of fun thing to like whip out at a party if you're lame like me. Oh my god, I said the lamest stuff to my girlfriend the other day. Oh, what was it? Yeah. She was talking about like treat yourself days and like having like a good time, like ooh, go out like shopping like normal people do. And I was like, ooh, you know what I did recently? I treated myself recently. I went to card.co and I bought myself a super premium subscription for, what is it? Yeah, I bought my plan is the Pro Plus. I brought myself the Pro Plus plan on card. Now I have 25 sites that I can make, and I'm actually really excited. I splurged like $23 yesterday, and I was like, oh, just do it. And now I can build a ton of different landing pages, and I can tie them in with things like member stack. So that's the really important thing. So now I can make like premium content hid behind different things. This is going to be where we're building the most of our super basic startups, right, after this month. So I'm really excited about that. I think that'll be a whole ton of fun. I think it'll be a whole ton of fun. I'm super pumped about it. One of the first things that we're going to do, though, is we're going to build that goddamn Minecraft site. And I might actually rebuild the landing page on card just so it looks a little bit sexier. But, yeah, pretty cool. Pretty goddamn cool. It's so awesome. It's so fucking awesome. Just off of a little Google Sheet, I was able to build just a whole app based on what I'm doing. It's I'm so pumped about it. So yeah, cool. We're definitely going to be building some crazy stuff. We're definitely going to be building apps that do a bunch of different things. We're definitely going to be using a lot of templates because I don't want to hand build a bunch of different things. Use templates. Like, why the fuck would you not, right? If somebody already built it before, who cares if you're not original? Nobody knows the other person's template. Nobody knows the other person's app. It's not going to be unbelievably obvious that you use a really basic out-of-the-box thing. It's only going to be obvious to you, and you're going to get the better functionality and probably much better design, right? So, I'm pumped about it. Getting into the busy people, we got Game Grumps. I love it. So fucking funny. Second Twitch stream, getting in touch with busy people. It's so cool. And then we have the thumbnails here. Everything looks really nice. I could change the thumbnails to different things. Maybe the thumbnails didn't work for this one. For a few other ones. Yeah, the thumbnails are glitching out a little bit. That's interesting. I don't know. It took us literally 5 minutes to build this. And it functions, and I downloaded it on my phone. And it's right there, and I can share it with other people. So anyway, apps are now underway, right? Now we know how to build apps. Now we know how to do some member stack stuff. We know how to hide content on base levels. We know how to build basic little landing pages and a few little things like that. We know on a basic level, we haven't gone over it yet, how to connect apps in between each other, right? And next week, we're probably going to go over websites, how to build super basic websites in a bunch of different ways, right? The way that I kind of see it, actually, it's interesting. Glide is like card. Glide is like card. It works off of templates. It's very simple, right? But it has really great functionality. It's super easy to set up. Adalo is like Wix, because Wix is very visual. Wix is very visual programming. It doesn't have a ton of functionality. It's a little bit slow, but it does everything you need to, and it looks good, right? You can really control how everything looks really nicely. And then Bubble is like Webflow, but for apps. And I need to learn it. It's going to take me a while to learn this, but it's like the third most advanced functionality. And so we're probably going to go over... No, WordPress, I totally get you. I'm going to be brutally honest. I fucking can't stand WordPress. I would rather die than use WordPress. I used it for a long time. I'm still using it in some ways for some clients. It burns my soul to a crisp, and I can't do it. Just the interface is just so non-intuitive to me personally. This is just a personal preference, not shitting on WordPress overall. I just can't do it. I much prefer Webflow at this point. I love it so much more. Or Wix. Wix is also really nice. I have websites on Wix. But anyway, totally fun. Next week we're probably going to do websites and a bunch of different little functionality on websites. Actually, that's a really funny point. That's really funny that you kind of say that. Yeah, the editor is so annoying. I like that. I go into Squarespace and figure out what I want it to look like. Then do it in WordPress. That's totally fair, dude. That's totally super fair. That's why I like Webflow, because you can kind of build and it shows you what it looks like as you build it, which is kind of nice. Same with things like Squarespace and other ones. I haven't used Squarespace. I haven't used any of those. I have a roast video on Squarespace that I haven't published yet that I totally should. But anyway, next week we're probably going to be doing websites and a few other little things. But on a basic level, I've learned how to use Adalo, Bubble, and Glide, right? And so anytime that we need to build an app in the future and publish it or just submit it this way. So actually, that was another interesting thing that I wanted to talk about. With Glide, right? With this, I can't upload this to the App Store, right? I can't upload this to the App Store. They won't let you yet. They're probably coming out with it in a little bit in the future, but it's looking like they're doing like a really expensive plan. It's looking a little funky, right? But with Adalo, you can. I can upload it to the App Store. And with Bubble, I'm like 99% sure I can upload it to the App Store, right? So this isn't a full functioning app. If we want people to use this app, we have to just send them to the website. They download the app. Great, right? Share app or scan it with the camera to install the app, right? And it's interesting because I thought you had to upload it to like the Google Play Store or the Apple Store or anything like that in order to get it to like actually function like an app, right? I swore that's like how it functions. Turns out you don't need to, because this app that I have on my phone, I opened it on Safari and I bookmarked it on Safari, right? So you would expect if I bookmark any other website on Safari, it just opens up Safari when I click that little bookmark, right? And even though it has like a little logo, like for instance this one, I have a little EntrepreNerd thing in the middle, and that just goes to my EntrepreNerd website, even though I bookmarked it, right? It goes to it on Safari. But since I bookmarked the app, it treats it like an app on my phone. Like it actually has its own little logo, just like any other bookmark, even if you bookmarked a normal little website. But when I open it opens it up as an app. And it says made with Glide, and it loads, and there's no other way to get out of the app. It's not open in Safari. It's literally open as an app on my phone, right? So I was able to share an app via the web, and by bookmarking it, it technically downloads it as its own independent little thing. It's interesting. It's really, really weird, but it works perfectly, right? So that's interesting though. If we want to build a really formal app, we could go into Adalo and build something really fancy and make it all this whole thing, right? And then we can actually upload it to the Apple Play Store, right? Or not Apple Play, Google Play Store or the Apple App Store. And we can do that if we want. It's like $100 a year for an Apple developer thing, and you got to go through this whole approval process, and it's a huge pain in the ass from what I've heard. But we could upload it if we wanted to do something more formal like Adalo. But for something like a party, for something like a little event, for something really, really small that we just kind of like want to publish and get out there, we're going to be doing it in Glide. Because I don't want to go through the whole rigmarole of telling people to go to the App Store or anything like that. I just want to tell them to scan this, boom, you're on, awesome, right? And it just works. To me, that's easier. To other people, it also, I think somebody brought up that it might be less trustworthy, right? So this might look shittier. This might look lame if we do it, if we like send this to somebody, right? Which is a super, super, super valid point. So we need to be careful. If we send this to people, it might look sketchy. It looks fine, but it's less like important than downloading an app from the App Store, right? So good to know though, right? But the really cool thing about this is like even with the App Store, you don't have to sign into these apps, right? You don't necessarily have to sign in. You have to sign into chat. But we could share this link with an exclusive group of people because we can make it like some big like complicated name. I'm shocked that I got EntrepreNerd.glideapp.io. It's kind of funny. I'm always shocked when I get EntrepreNerd for anything. But if we built this for like a party, we would create a card site, we would create a little paywall, and then we would create a link to this, to the actual app, right? So once they actually go and pay, they go and they download the app, great, right? And they get access to it. So we could add a paywall to this, right? We could add a paywall to putting this on, to actually downloading this app. But it looks like there was a way to submit payments. So I wonder, I can edit the sheet from here. That's really cool. Data, preview as, tabs, layouts. Let's see, is there any features? Action view details. Sign in. So there is a way to sign in. Zapier is very cool. Independent screen configurations per item. Interesting. So it looks like there's more that we can do with this. Ooh, filter by episode number. All. Interesting. Oh no, in-app sort. So we want the sort. Sort by episode number. Can I sort it opposite? I can't sort it opposite. That's really annoying. Aha. So boom, there we go. Haha, now it worked. Awesome. So I was able to switch it around. Boom. That's awesome. And then I can republish this and it'll go from there, right? That's so cool. That's so goddamn cool. I love that. I wonder if there's a way to auto update it. So we auto sync to the sheet. Probably every day I could probably set up an automation to just reload the Glide app because I think I need to reload it in order to get there. But no, but the chat works. Maybe I don't need to re-upload. Interesting. Let's go and check the app. Let's go and check the app right now and see if there's a sort. No, there's no sort. So there's a new version. This is a new version. Interesting. So we're figuring out more. Regardless, though, anytime that we encounter a situation where we need to build an app to solve some problem, right? Now we can. No fucking problem, right? And that is a huge limitation that I had prior. Because I knew building apps was possible. I knew like all this kind of stuff was awesome and possible and available. I just didn't know how to do it, right? So now I do. And now I know how to build great, and I'll show you how we're going to be building awesome websites in the future and stuff that we can do on top of those websites. I'm going to study a couple of different no-code tools that I can use to pop on top of websites, like Gumroad. Gumroad will be a really interesting thing that I need to learn. And then Webflow, how to use Wix maybe, and then Card. I want to learn a bunch of different things on Card because I bought like a yearly subscription and it's so simple, it's so easy. I absolutely love Card. I want to use it for a bunch of different shit, right? And I have 25 sites, so I might as well. So that's my whole jazz. That's pretty much everything that I wanted to do. We got it done in 4 minutes. We prototyped a little app in 4 minutes. We added a few different little things, and now it works great. But goddamn. Yeah, let's republish this. Share. Copy. Let's see if I can republish this and re-download it. The version control seems like the only annoying thing. Yeah. So boom. Boom. Done. Easy. Easy, easy, easy. And I can also just change that in the actual Google Sheet. So now let's go. Let's re-download this. Yeah, version control sucks. So you need to make sure that all of it actually works. And works to the desired level that you want it to. Just pulled it up like that. It's so easy. I'm going to pop it open, add to home screen, EntrepreNerd, done. Done, dude. Easy as pie. Ugh, fucking love it. I'm so happy with just how it works. It's so quick and easy. Boom, we made an update to an app live too. Pretty cool. So, awesome. We have everything we need to build apps. That's my whole shtick. I don't know if anybody has any questions. This is a relatively small stream this time, which is fine. Everybody's busy. We got a lot of shit going on. But goddamn, send me comments, drop me ideas. Would love to hear some situations. Would love to hear suggestions. I think this will be really fun to do in the future. So I'm looking forward to building some more apps. Dope. Anybody have any questions before we hop off? Because I got to hop on a call in like 15 minutes. I got to eat some food. I haven't eaten food yet. But that is this week 2. We've officially built 2 apps, basically, in front of you. So it took very little time. And it's free. Go do it. Why wouldn't you just go experiment with this? Why wouldn't you just brag like, hey, I have my face on an app, right? I could put my face on an app and be like, everybody's like, oh, what's that app? And I have it on my homepage, right? Like it's the only app on my homepage. So anytime anybody's peeking over my shoulder, they're like, whoa, what is that? You have your own app? It's like, oh yeah, I just happen to have my own app. No big deal. Click into it, loads up, no problem. Looks like a real app, right? Is a real app. You've done the Apple route. Interesting. Okay, so you've actually like submitted something to, what's up, Douglas? You've actually submitted something to the Apple App Store and gone from there. That's pretty cool. I haven't done that yet, but it's not too hard from what I've started with Adalo because they have an actual publishing route. That's really cool. That's really, really cool, man. Awesome. That's good to know. Yeah. We're going to be doing that eventually. If we can find a big enough problem that requires an app and like it needs to have its own like really professional setup on the App Store, then we'll do that, right? 100%. So but yeah, pretty goddamn cool. pretty goddamn neat. So, we'll be doing this in the future. We'll be building apps. We'll be like anytime that we find a problem that is related, we're gonna get back into the customer discovery flow after No Code Month is done. So we're gonna get back into like really like rapidly testing stuff. I'm gonna have more guests on. I have a couple of guests that I'm really excited to have on the show. People that have done like little startup speed runs and stuff like that. It's cool. They called it the startup speed run. It's so cool. Such a cool little idea. So anyway, whole bunch of stuff planned. Whole bunch of goddamn stuff planned. I'm so excited about it. But yeah, I don't see a problem with clicking on a link and installing. Yeah, exactly. I don't really see a problem with it either. I really don't see an issue with it. It looks like ever so slightly less professional, and version control is slightly more difficult, so it doesn't auto-update through the App Store. But beyond that, fuck it, right? Like, who gives a... Like, if it does what it's supposed to do, it was easier for me to install than it was from the App Store, right? Like, it was quite literally as easy or easier. And it's easy to share with friends. I don't see a problem with it at all. I think it's crazy awesome. So, there's a lot of potential here. But we built an app. No problem. For myself, you can go and download the app. Check it out. Somebody should hop on the chat and yell at me because I'll get it. I'll get it on my phone. So, and they're changing. They're setting up notifications. So you will eventually get notifications via the apps on these things. They already have it for Android. They're figuring it out for Apple. But that would be awesome, right? If we can have notifications on this, there's nothing we can't do with it, right? Because we can have a little chat app. It could just be a little chat app that we download for a party, right? And anytime a new thing is uploaded, a new chat thing is uploaded, boom, you get a notification. And it's just a little private app community that's super sexy and super cute and super simple for an event or for a ball or for like some dramatic scavenger hunt, right? For a crew of people doing geocaching. I don't know, like anything, right? There's so much cool stuff that we can do here, and it works, right? The chat app works. It's not like the best thing, you can't share links or anything like that, but you can talk, right? There was a really cool game that I saw that was really dramatic and spooky that reminded me of that gave me the idea to have an app. I can't remember what it was. It was like rave horror game. This is it. Strobophagia, right? Really, really spooky. Looks really spooky. Looks a little terrifying, right? All these creepy like ravers with glow paint and all this different stuff. But in that game, you have an app on your phone where you log into different Wi-Fi networks and you can log into different apps and different chat rooms based on the Wi-Fi networks in your location at this big what is it? This big like forest rave. So, pretty cool, right? But we could just do that. Geocaching is bomb. I haven't gone geocaching since I was like 12, man. I love geocaching. It's so cool. It's so cool. I feel like when I was young, I heard a story about somebody finding like Pokemon Emerald, like the original Pokemon Emerald cartridge in a geocache. And I was like, holy shit. And I like was obsessed with geocaching from then on. And I found some really cool stuff. But I don't know. Stuff is awesome. Cool, man. I appreciate everybody hopping on. Thank you for hopping on, Douglas. It's really cool that you've done an app. I think it'll be really awesome to experiment with this stuff. We made our stamps from potatoes. Your location unlocks a new app. Ooh, Kevin! A scavenger hunt, but each location unlocks a new app. Or just an app for an independent scavenger hunt, right? Something like that. Maybe with a I wonder if there's like a way to do like password protection. I could totally build an app like that in Adalo, no problem. Easy. But if I wanted to do on Glide, I'll bet there's a way. To do like password protection for each one. And each like little password you have to submit to get to the next little level. And you find each password in each little geocache, and it gives you the location. That would be cool. That would be dope. A geocaching app would be lit, right? I would be super down with that. I bet I could set something up. I'm going to write that down. That's a dope fucking idea. Thank you, Kevin. Oh my god, that's beautiful. That's fucking beautiful. Stream. Let's add that as an idea. We have a ton of ideas that we gotta get through. Toast app with Glide, yep. Let's see. That's how you spell geocaching, right? Yeah, geocaching. Kevin. For multiple apps from each location. Not bad. You could plug a bunch of little URLs, so I could find really, really short, like cryptic URLs, like 15326.com, right? And that links to the app that you can actually use and upload, and boom, and it works great. And you could find like those little domain names or something like that along the way, or something really, really spooky and cryptic like that. I think just a little password protection for one like geocaching quest would be really cool. And there's a new app for each geocache, for each geocaching quest, like each little adventure. Going to app's location. Passwords are found at each location. Plug them into the app, and you get a new location. I think of like a fictional story writing the location to geocache. Exactly. Fuck yeah, exactly. You create a whole level of lore. So every time they upload the new password, you have a whole story around something really dramatic and like, oh my gosh, like a crime happened here, and you have to find like scan the area. What like I think the fence was a little suspicious, and like on like a little chain link in the fence, you can see a new little password that you can input into the thing. And like, oh my gosh, you're so close to discovering it unlocks an AR view for the next location. That would be really cool. So that actually reminds me of something in what is it? All this ideas. This is giving me so many fucking ideas. Password plug them in the app. You get a new location. Lore at each location gets more dramatic, like you're solving a mystery. AR view for the next location, or just like an image, right? Like an image of like, this is what it looks like, right? Just like in, what was it? It was in, what's it called? Detroit Become Human, Scavenger. No. What was it? Detroit Become Human, Finding Symbols. This is what it was. Hell yeah, Kevin. Follow the trail of Jericho. This is cool. So check this out. You see this? Like, in this game, you can examine like these different murals, and then you scroll down and there's like, ooh, there's a little thing. That's the symbol that we're looking for. You found the symbol, the clue is updated, right? You go to another location, you have to look at another mural, you look around, you're like, where's the symbol? Boom, you see a symbol, and it gives you new locations, right? And it gives you photos of those new locations, right? Assuming there's password, yeah, and there's a location up there. We could do a little spray paint. Letterboxing, a non-version of geocaching. Letterboxing? What's letterboxing? Letterboxing. A letterboxing community. Letterboxing combines artistic ability with treasure hunts in parks, forests, and cities around the world. Participants see hidden letterboxes by cracking codes and following clues. The prize, an image of from a miniature piece of art, and is a rubber stamp, usually a new can card. Oh! So it's, okay. So it's like, yeah, it's like the non-tech version of geocaching, exactly. So you have like a piece, oh my god, I fucking love this website. Holy shit. This is adorable. I love this. Oh my god. This is so cute. I love little communities like this. So Pittsburgh, let's see if there's anything here. Search. Yeah! Stages of Love series. Oh my god, owner Pink Cat. People just make their own things here. This is so cool. Found clue. This is awesome. This is so cool. So yeah, like letterboxing, exactly. Like letterboxing or geocaching, specifically with its own app, with lore and a bunch of dramatic shit involved. Include a photo of the next location. Spray paint. I totally should. Yeah. Spray paint logos in suspicious locations with the codes on them. Yeah. Okay. Awesome. I could totally do this in Pittsburgh. This is not at all hard to set up. So let's make sure that Glide has the functionality, right? So let's see if there are password protections. Password protections in Glide. Map. So a map is perfect. That's great. It gives you the location at which to start, right? Awesome. Calendar, compact. This is just stylization. Features. Group, actions, compose email, Zapier, link to screen, increments, copy to clipboard, view address on map, perfect. Sign in. Allow users to add items. That's really cool. So they can actually add items. That's really fun. I didn't know you could do that. Search bar. Don't show the search bar. Well, no, I should show the search bar. Limits, filters. I wonder, can we create password protection on this? Because otherwise we'd have to build this in Adalo, right? Even though I would love to build it in here because it's so simple to use. Passwords in Glide. Let's see. I want to create a service app, but I need to be able to create a password prior to signing in. Is there any way I can do that? I want to create unless you're using the password privacy setting. Even then, it's a shared password for all users. Why do you need to create the password before attempting to sign into the app? Okay. So it's the same password for all users. Yeah, shared password for all users. So that's good. That's a good first step, right? So maybe we would have to create multiple apps, which might make it even more dramatic. Would be kind of cool. But let's see. So we have to have a sign in, right? Sign in. Action sign in. And then I have to go to settings, sign in. Text, greeting, description, user agreement, branding, sign in, password. Free apps with password protection can be used by just one user at a time. Interesting. So upgrade the app to Pro in order to allow you multiple users to do simultaneously. So, okay, so I can enter a password. That's just on the sign-in screen, though. Very interesting. Okay, so we might need to use multiple apps if we're doing this in Glide, right? Which we might, just because why not? I wonder. But with this, we could totally do a password protection thing, for sure. No problem. Or in Bubble. No problem. But yeah, we would have to create multiple apps, I think, for each section if we're doing this. And it can only be one user at a time, which is fine for the starting point, right? Very, very cool. Very cool. All right, awesome. We have some ideas. So what do we got here? Glad for geocaching. Yeah. Would have to use multiple apps. So yeah, I tell people to download like 5 apps beforehand and then give them passwords to each app as we go along, right? Something dramatic like that. No problem. Awesome. Super fucking awesome. I'm pumped. And what I could do is I could make a dramatic little thing where I send them a letter with all of the QR codes for each of the apps, like download each of these apps to get started, right? To get started on your mission. Something really dramatic like that. That would be so cool. Ooh, all right. I have to hop on a call in 2 minutes. I'm going to hop on a call with, I think, an entrepreneurship professor guy. Really, really cool. And I don't want to miss that. So I do have to skedoodle. We've generated a great fucking idea. We built a whole goddamn motherfucking app. And it looks awesome. And I'm really excited about it. So, hell yeah, everybody. Hell yeah. Password, but if anybody goes and actually does that, The password is butts, just so you know. Awesome. I'll do this in Pittsburgh. This should be one of the cool ones that we do. This should be one of the little startups that we make. So, alrighty. I will see y'all later. Thank you for hopping on, Kevin. Thank you for hopping on Craftier as well. I'll see y'all later. Have a great day. I'll see you next week, or also this weekend probably. Depending on, I think it should be good this weekend. And we'll be playing some more Thief and goofing around and talking about all the app stuff that we can build. So, I'll see y'all later. Have a great day. Thank you for hopping on, Shabam.